This video is about how quitting porn makes you more successful and the fastest way that I use to actually quit. And if you're someone that has a big vision for your life, but you feel like porn is like the only thing actually dragging you down, then you're in the right place. So here's my promise to you. When you quit porn, and I'll show you how at the end of this video, you're gonna get your time back, you're gonna get your focus back, and you're gonna get your confidence back. So that you can make more money, you can be the person that you wanna be, or you can get the shame off of your shoulders and just feel proud of yourself again. But by the end of this video, I will show you the step-by-step guide on how to actually quit. But if you miss just one piece, it still won't work. So please stick with me. Because for 5 years, I pushed and I grinded in sales and business. Every single day I put in the work. I practiced, I did all my calls, I watched the training, and I got nowhere. The only thing that I would get is frustrated. And because of that frustration, because of that emotion, I would turn to porn or I would turn to soft porn. Soft porn being thirsty IG pictures, spicy TikToks, beach volleyball on YouTube, and boom, my day would just be ruined, my energy would be gone, and my focus is shot out. All the opportunity that I had to have a good day or have a productive day, it's just gone. And one day, I had a realization. Porn was the number one thing holding me back. And when I quit, my days flipped. I was starting to become productive as I can ever be. And I'm gonna show you how. But first, let me ask you this. Are you feeling defeated after like 3 days of trying to just be strong or use willpower, and then you slip at the end of the night? If that's you, there's nothing wrong with you. But there is something wrong with your system. All right, so today I'm gonna break down the 3 traps that porn creates and how it affects your success. Then I'm gonna give you the biggest hack on how I know how to quit. So the first thing is the time trap. Let's just do some simple math. 1 hour a day between porn or soft porn, which can be sexual, social media content, or other images or videos. 1 hour a day, 7 days a week. If you do that, that's 7 hours every single week gone. A full workday gone and given to adult content every single week. That's like trying to fill the bathtub with success and happiness, but there's a drain wide open at the bottom. You pour more time in, you pour more effort in, but it's just leaking out. And for me, the worst part is it wasn't even an hour a day. It was often like 1 to 2 hours a day. And not just in wasted time, but I lost money, I lost energy, I lost focus. Because in sales, you get to control your income by the time that you put in and by the skills that you have. So the leak that I was having because of pornography, and the leak in time and energy and focus and time and just commitment, it was costing me thousands of dollars every single month in real money. And the truth is, time lost today just keeps on stacking and it gains interest tomorrow. You keep leaking and your future keeps shrinking. Like seriously, what would you do with an extra work day every single week? Would you spend more time with your family? Would you improve your business? Would you do training? Would you do the to-do list that you have around the house? Like, can you see how this adds up? Part 2 is the focus crash. Because when your brain gets super stimulus from pornography, it gets these huge spikes, normal work feels boring. You sit to write, you sit to call leads, you sit to do the work, to work on yourself. And you're only able to focus for like 15 to 30 minutes. And then you check something on your phone, or you get up to go do something else. And just like that, you're gone. But when I quit for 60 days, my brain regulated, it rebalanced itself. I got more done in 1 day than I was able to get done in 3 days in the old version of myself. I was able just to put my head down and focus. And the things that were on my to-do list, I was actually able to accomplish them. It's kind of like if you're trying to enjoy fruit, but you're eating candy all day. Like, fruit's great, family time is great, doing the hard work is great, but it's just not enough anymore if you're giving your brain these huge spikes of dopamine. So unless you reduce the stimulation and you reduce the spikes in dopamine that you give your brain, the boring work never feels doable. And the important part is being able to follow the steps that I show you at the end to retrain your brain. Because imagine tomorrow, you sit down to focus for 90 minutes and the time flies by. You don't have any urges, you don't need to check social media. What changes in your life when you're able to get more work done? What changes in your productivity this month? What changes in your income? What changes in your happiness? What changes in your self-confidence when you're able to do that? And speaking about confidence, let's go ahead and let's talk about part 3. This is where you get your confidence back. This is the confidence boost. I used to think to myself, how can I lead? How can I help people when I can't even help myself, when I can't even lead myself? And that shame, that kind of that thought in your head, it kills your self-confidence, and people can feel it. And when I quit, that hidden weight just fell right off. I just completely let go of it. It's like my voice changed, my eye contact changed, my confidence, just the energy and the kind of vibe around me changed. Imagine if you were walking on stage to give like a presentation when you were a little kid, and you have this invisible heavy backpack on that no one else can see, and you're kind of stumbling, it's kind of like leaning you back a little bit. But when you take it off, when you just let go of it, you're able to stand tall, you're able to move freely, you're able just to do more. But the truth is, you're not going to be able to trust yourself until you're able to keep promises to yourself, starting with this one. Because how many times have you told yourself that you're not going to go back to porn, and you end up in the same spot the next week because you only relied on willpower? It happened to me too many times to count. And the scary part is your subconscious, it keeps track every single time you relapse, even the times you don't remember. And all those little tally points that add up, it takes a toll on you. So who wants to stop giving the half-assed version of themselves out to the world? Who wants to stop giving a shell of themselves out to their family? Who wants to actually be who they can truly be? If you said me, and if you're ready to actually step into that new version of yourself, then this next part is for you. So the most effective way that I use to quit is called identity hacking. The reason this works is because humans act like the person they believe they are. For example, someone who is a thief, they have no problem stealing. They have no problem burglarizing. They have no problem taking things that don't belong to them. But someone who identifies as a good person, they return the wallet that they found on the floor. If they see someone drop $20, they give it back to them, because that's the person they identify as. So we have to change our identity, not just the habits. And one of the biggest identity shifts that I use whenever the urge hits is I ask myself out loud, I ask myself in this voice, what kind of man do I want to be? I tell myself I'm a man on a mission and there's zero room for porn in my life. I am a producer and I have better things to do than to watch this stuff. And I would ask myself, what would 2.0 version of me do right now? Or this is a good one. This is called negative dissociation. So you can say, porn is for weirdos. That stuff is for creeps. So that way you don't want to identify with that. Say it out loud before the urge hits. Say it out loud when the urge hits. But don't just keep it in your head. It sounds dumb, but it works. Hearing your voice, you verbally saying it with your muscles. You get to choose, you get to make it real. But it makes it easier to not get urges in the first place by shifting your environment. So unfollow all of the soft porn feeds. Put your phone outside of the bedroom if you relapse in there a lot. If you don't need your phone in the restroom, don't bring it in the restroom. If you notice where a lot of your relapses happen, just take the easy way out. Don't bring your phone in there. Delete the apps, delete the pictures. And finally, you need to trade the trigger. So when the urge hits, find your replacement. What are you going to do instead of watching adult content? Can you do 7-minute walk outside? Can you walk outside for 10 minutes? I'm outside recording a video just because I like being outside, right? Can you do 20 push-ups? My personal favorite is just do box breaths, because you can do these anywhere. So breathe in sharply 4 seconds, hold again, and then repeat that a couple cycles. What that's going to do is just bring back your nerves. It's going to bring you down to earth. It's going to chill you out. So if you follow these steps, the next time the urge hits, then you will become free. Because the willpower alone just isn't going to cut it. And I'm pretty sure you've seen how it's not going to cut it up to this point. And the first week that I was doing this, it felt silly saying it out loud. It really did. It took some time to get used to. But by the 3rd week, I was already used to overcoming the urges, and it didn't feel so painful anymore. And by week 6, everything felt better. I had a brand new lens on life. I was able to really start moving towards the life that I wanted and the success that I deserve. So yes, porn just completely steals your time, it kills your focus, and it demolishes your confidence. And when you quit, you get your hours back, you get your ability to focus, and you get your manlyhood back, in my opinion. But the truth is, you're never gonna feel free until your actions match the person that you want to be. So again, if you had 7 extra focused hours every single week, 1 full workday, and you had your confidence back, what would be different in a year from now? What would be different in 30 days from now? So make sure to actually implement this when it comes to you quitting. And if you want a more personalized guidance, if you want me by your side, step by step, so you don't fall through the cracks, click the link below. We can build a root session call. We're gonna build a 30-day plan for you. We'll do one-on-one sessions. We're gonna get down to the real reason of why you keep going back and build a plan for your break free. Spots are limited every week, so I can really dive deep into every single one of you guys, into one of you guys' situations at least. So click the link below and let's talk. Because you don't need more willpower, you need a new identity and a simple plan. If you can talk, you can say the urges out loud. You can ask yourself, what kind of man do I want to be? If you can walk, then you can walk outside, you can change the rooms. There are no excuses. So unless you try something new, nothing is gonna change, right? All right, good luck. I hope you guys use this and I'll see you next time.